Allen. It's going to be a great show. How you guys doing? Everything good?
Good.
Good. Yeah, I'm in North Carolina, started school up again. Super excited to have Natalie on the show today.
Yeah, for sure. I'm super excited, Natalie. You won the Carolina Open, right? Martial Arts Open in South Carolina. It was a great tournament. Brian Pena, congratulations. You're also the Power Ring winner, which I'm going to give it to you this weekend at the battle, right? So, yeah, how's everybody doing? Everybody good? Like, how's school? How about you, Natalie? Did you start school yet?
Yep, I started last week.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, school started here in Miami, but it's only virtual. And what we did is we did a day camp, and we got kids doing school in my karate school almost. So it looks like almost like a school there. So it's pretty cool how that's been happening. So all right. So Isabella, you're gonna interview Natalie. I'm just gonna be watching today, and you're the host. I'm gonna be a spectator as well. So I'm just gonna come down and it'll be all yours. Okay.
All right. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. How are you doing, Natalie? I'm super excited to have you on. So you went to the Carolina Martial Arts Open. What division are you in? How old are you?
I am in the 15 to 17 black belt girls division.
Nice. So you were on the younger end of that division and you took home the win. That's really impressive. So how long have you been doing martial arts?
8 years. I've been competing for 4.
Okay. Wow. You've been only competing for 4 years, and you're definitely a name in the junior girls division. What's your favorite division for tournaments? Is it team fighting?
I love team fighting.
Yeah. Who do you normally team fight with?
This girl Cassandra on my team, she lives in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So we do NASCA tournament teams together.
Mm-hmm. And so you're on Team Legend. How long have you been on Legend, and what's that like being on that team? I know there's a lot of international people on there, and they have some awesome fighters.
Yeah, I just hit my year mark on Legend, and I love being on Legend. It's like the best ever. The people on there are really nice, and we're all just one big old family.
That's great. How did you get picked up? What tournament was it?
I met Tony in 2019 U.S. Open.
I feel like the U.S. Open is everyone's good luck tournament because I got picked up on G-Force at the U.S. Open. So
I met him there, and then we talked, and Capital Classics was when we decided, to be on the team, and we went from there.
Awesome. So how many people were at the Carolina Martial Arts Open in your division?
There was 2, including me. It was me and one other girl. There was like 120 people, maybe a little more at that tournament.
So obviously people are a little apprehensive, but I think there's more people getting out of their house and going to tournaments. So I know you're going to the Battle of Atlanta this upcoming weekend. Are you excited for it?
Yes, I am very excited for it. My dad's going to be doing the top 10 booth. And then I'm going to compete in a couple divisions. And unfortunately, my team, and a couple other people I know aren't going. But, I mean, it's still going to be fun. Mm-hmm. People are going to be there.
So where are you based out of? Where do you live again?
I live in Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay. All right. So you're going to take the drive down. And it's going to be a fun time. Hopefully you'll be back on the show with another win.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So how do you feel about the rest of the in-person NASCA tournaments being canceled?
Well, personally, I love in-person tournaments. I have not done a virtual tournament yet, but I think virtual tournaments are a good idea for people that, can't go to in-person tournaments. So they can do it and not get anybody sick or get them sick or anything. But I do like how down in Florida in some tournaments they do in-person and virtual in the same tournament together. So, you can do it together and it works well.
Yeah, that really works well to accommodate all types of people. But I know what it's like to be itching to get back on the mat. Yeah. So what does your training schedule look like now that given the pandemic, given school?
It's definitely gone down.
Mhm.
For going to train places, like a training at home, is like the same, but I train at my home school here on Mondays and sometimes Fridays. I go to a school called Floyd Sport Karate on Thursdays, and they're about an hour away, but they are one of the top-notch schools I have ever been to. I love going to them. I am so thankful that I get to go train with them. So, like, shout out to them because I love going there. They're the best ever.
So, sorry, do you go there now every Thursday?
Every Thursday.
Wow, so an hour there and back, training, getting those. So you do rounds. You get to do rounds then.
Yeah, we do rounds for about an hour.
Good, good. And so I know you started school this week. Is that in person?
No, it's all virtual.
It's all virtual. So you kind of, I guess you free up time to do some home training, right?
Mhm.
That's good. So I know I've seen you a few times in person, and you're 15, probably still growing, but I know that you tend to be on the shorter side of your division, right?
Yeah.
And, I know they recently split it up into short and tall, which sort of separates it. But how do you use your height to your advantage? Because me personally, I find it challenging to fight shorter, fast girls. So what do you do in the ring?
I move a lot around the ring. I'm all around the ring, I'm used to people kicking at me like crazy. So, I tend more of my hands. But recently I've been working on my kicks, trying to equal it out. And but yeah, I'm mostly moving around the ring.
Mhm.
So.
That takes a lot of endurance, I know. Getting for 2 straight minutes, sometimes overtime, then you gotta go to another match. What do you train do you train cardio or is it just matches?
I train cardio. I run and then I do a lot of rounds and drills, like fast drills. So I still have that cardio to be able to move and juke around the ring and be good. So
That's great. So what are your goals this next martial arts, next tournament season? What do you have your sights on?
oh man, I have my sights on winning like grand champion, winning like everything there is to win in my division in NASCA. So I'm like the top of the league, going around.
So what would be the first tournament that you want to win grands or overalls at?
A
What's
NASCA tournament?
Yeah, or any tournament. It could be the Irish Open.
I want to win the Irish Open. I've never been to the Irish Open, but I want to go.
Okay. Yeah, definitely the Irish Open, I feel like, is the tournament to win. So what other international, have you been to any international? I know you said you just started competing 4 years ago. So have you gotten to go out of the country yet?
No, I want
Not
to,
yet?
but I haven't.
No, it's definitely an experience. Yeah. But you're really making a name for yourself in America and across the states, which is awesome at only 15. So I know you're 15, but in 3 years you're going to be an adult. What are your feelings on moving to the adult division and training for it? Any apprehension?
I feel like I'm gonna have to train harder because there is adults that will come from other countries. I mean they do now too, but like there's kind of a little more, and I feel like I'm gonna have to up my game a little bit for women's, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you have 3 years. I know you have
Yeah.
time. You have time. But I remember it was AKA. It was my first tournament as an adult. I was pretty nervous, and it turns out it's very weird to step in as an 18-year-old and then be fighting women who are 27 or 28. So it's half mental, half physical, half training. It's so many factors coming in when you step up to that division. So what other than getting to compete at tournaments in person, what else are you looking forward to when you go to those in-person tournaments?
Seeing my team and people I haven't seen in forever. Like I love the people there that I get to talk to and hang out with.
Yeah. So who do you know that's going to Battle of Atlanta? Who are you excited to see?
You know, I don't know right now on who is going.
Right.
I've heard people that I've talked to say they weren't, but I really have to see who's there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pleasant surprise to see someone you know there and get to see them in person, maybe even on the mat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what other divisions do you do? Do you do continuous? I can't quite.
No, I do my division, which is 14-15, and then I do open weight, which is 15 to 17, and I do teams, which is 14 to 17.
Right.
And
right.
then that's it, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And can you tell me a little bit more about how you started martial arts? As I know, point fighter, right? Point fighter. You have, I've seen you and your parents at the booth. Were you sort of born into it, or?
Well, no, I wasn't. Well, kind of. My dad used to do karate, and then a little later, when I was about 6, he was like, "Let's just try it." So I went into karate, and then it kind of took off from there. I did inter-school stuff for a long time, and then when I was 12, I hit the circuit. I hit the NASCA circuit, and it went on from there.
Nice. So what style do you specialize in? What's your black belt in?
American freestyle.
Okay. So have you ever, I know you're a fighter and that's your thing. Have you ever competed in forms or weapons?
No, I haven't.
No intention to?
Maybe a creative form one day.
That would be really interesting to see. I love it when I see someone kind of step out of their comfort zone or like a dare sometimes, do a different weapon. So do you do anything outside of martial arts, or does martial arts and training really, I know it takes an hour to even get to training. Does that really consume most of your time?
Yeah, that's my thing.
That's your thing?
All the time, yeah.
Awesome. So do you have any siblings that do, are you an only child that?
I have a 3-year-old sister that just started karate, so.
Oh, she's starting young.
Yep, it's just me and her.
Good, so she'll have a training partner later on.
Yeah.
So I know Battle of Atlanta is coming up. Do you have any other tournaments on your agenda?
In Florida, I have the Mayan Challenge. We're going there. I don't know if I'm competing there yet or not. We'll have to see who's there. But
Nice.
we're doing the booth there, and we'll just have to see how it goes.
Good. I think you're definitely going to start seeing more people, more competition, which is going to be great as a competitor.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Alex is coming on.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, awesome. No, that was great. I love listening to all that. And the Battle of Atlanta, I think it's gonna be pretty good actually, because there's a lot of surrounding states. In Georgia, there's so many great competitors, and then there's a bunch of surrounding states, people from Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee. There's so many good sport karate schools. So, and I know there are some people traveling to the tournament too. But I think it's gonna be pretty good, right? I think is Tony gonna be there? Do you know if Tony's gonna be there too, or you're not sure? No,
nobody from my team is going.
No, oh man, because I heard Legend was probably gonna try to make something. Like I heard that they were gonna try to, but I don't know.
Yeah,
so they're not gonna be able to make it. No, okay. Well, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be, streaming and stuff, and. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a good tournament. They are giving out like $8,000 in prize money. Normally, NASCA Worlds are 15, but, this year there's no more NASCA in person. So, it's like 15 to 20,000. But I think, 8,000 is pretty good, considering, what's going on right now. Like that's a lot of prize money considering, it's not a lot of prize money if you look at it, what they gave in the past, but I think it's gonna be good. There's like 1,000 for like, I don't know, open weight or something, or team fighting is like 1,200. It's like, it's pretty good. I think people are gonna show up thinking that other people aren't gonna show up, right?
Right.
It's gonna be one of those. I bet you it's gonna be one of those. That's what I'm predicting. but it
That's
should be good. It should be really good. And Natalie, your dad, right? Does he do
Yeah.
karate too, or
He
no?
used to, but he doesn't anymore.
Oh, okay. Because he looks like he's done, like he's a martial artist too for some reason. I don't know why. I
He used to.
I always just thought of that. So he is. That's cool. That's great. Hey, and just one more question for you on the legend and Tony, because me and Tony go way back, and he is a legend, and he's so underrated in my opinion as a coach, and just like that whole team for some reason to me is so underrated. But how is it to be part of that team? Like, you know, because it's once you're in there, you're family. I know that,
Yeah.
right?
I love it. It's just, I wouldn't want to be on any other team. They just do like everything for me that should be done, and I just love it. They're like a big old family, like related kind of, and it's just the best.
Yeah, that's true. Tony always does everything the way it should be done. Like,
Oh yeah.
even down to like, you know, like I said, we goes way back. He's one of my dad's students, and like he's been so loyal to my father too, and like he's always there. He's like feels like a real brother with me. So that's great to see that. You know, he also picked up you, and he's gotten other fighters that it was mostly a school team, but now it's like he's picking up a few fighters outside. So that's pretty cool too, right? I always like seeing that. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. Isabella, thanks again for joining us and hosting. Great questions. I was watching the show and I was like, oh yeah, this is good stuff. Natalie, thanks for coming on, and I'll see you this weekend. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks to everybody for joining us. This show is sponsored by ASG, Fighters Inc., Top 10, and Doris Brothers. Okay, so support all those great companies. All right, and make sure you stop by the Fighters Inc. booth on Saturday. Say hi to Natalie and Dad. Yeah, they got everything you need. All right, take care. Power, baby.
Power.
Tomorrow and Thursday. I'm gonna have 2 straight shows. All right, we got Jason Tanks and Borelli and Mike Palmero with a fantasy show.